Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Dave, aka the Costume Kid, and today we're going to be making the 12th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. So Peter Capaldi's time as the Doctor is coming to a close on one of my favorite shows, Doctor Who, so I thought it was only fitting to make his sonic screwdriver. This one looks really cool. He hasn't used it for that long, but it's kind of blue with some cylinders and just all different kind of cool gold and silver details. So I'm basically making this pretty easy, just using some, pens and PVC pipe, different little gadgets I found, but I'm also going to make it light up blue, so it's going to be cool. Here is our reference photo that I've got, and now I'm going to start matching these pieces. So to start it out, I need a piece of PVC pipe. This is 1/2-inch pipe. It's left over from another prop that I made, but I can just cut up some bits of this to use throughout the body. And then of course I've got my junk box here, which is just full of all kinds of crazy little materials that I can use for pretty much everything. I do have this small but very bright flashlight here. That's what I'm going to try. It's about the same size as the pipe right now. I'm going to try to fit just the components of this in here somehow. Alright, so for those small blue tubes on the front of it, I have these nice translucent light blue acrylic rods. So I got a pack of 5 of these on eBay for I can't remember, but less than $10. Another cheap alternative is using some hot glue sticks. Now, those are all kind of a translucent white, so you can use a blue LED, but I think it'll still be kind of white. These are more of a translucent blue, kind of a clear blue, so an LED, it'll look blue. So enough talking, let's get started building this thing. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to start with the bottom first. So I cut this piece of the PVC pipe, and this will probably be the blue part. And then the part where there's those kind of ridges, like little things, handles, I guess, I'm going to have those attached to these washers on the end. And then that will kind of build down to the screwdriver where the end of it is very small, and that I'm going to be using this pen I got. Alright, so now I've got some of these pieces figured out for the bottom there, but these 3 are going to be blue, so I'm going to go and paint those now. Alright, one piece has this really cool texture on it, so I'm going to use this backpack strap head in my junk box, and then that piece is going to be painted silver along with the washers, so I'm going to put that thing in the washers and then glue the pen bottom onto that. Alright, I've got this back piece finished up here, and now this tube is going to be the blue part after this, so I'm figuring out how far that's going to need to be, and then I'll paint this blue. Moving on from that, I have this slightly smaller pipe. This is from a marker, and that fits nicely inside, and it's just a couple millimeters smaller. So for that, I can wrap it in some 2mm craft foam, and that'll be good because that'll make up the details where this is gold, and then the ring of craft foam will be silver, and then I'll cut the little ovals in it. Alright, now that I've got most of the back done here, there are 4 little just ridge things that go up here, so I'm going to make those out of some strips of cardboard. Alright, so now of course it is time to work on the main body of the Sonic and the electronics to actually make it light up. So I mentioned earlier that I bought this flashlight from the dollar store here. So basically what we're going to be doing is just building the Sonic around the flashlight. A few of the modifications we're doing are, of course, this is a little long for just the main body of it. So this front part, we don't need this lens or the reflector, so we're going to be able to cut just a little bit off there to make it closer to the right size. And then, of course, the Doctor, when he uses his Sonic, when he has to press it, and when he's holding down the switch, that's when it's on. So he has to hold it down to make it go longer, rather than just how the flashlight goes, click on, click off. So I have one of those switches from this old toy that I took apart. So we're gonna wire up this switch to use instead of this and put it here so that we can use the Sonic the way he does. First test. Hey, it works! Okay, so now that we've got our nice flashlight thing looking really awesome, it's time to decorate it and attach to the rest and basically finish up this Sonic. So one of the things I had to think about is which side is gonna unscrew, because right now both of them can unscrew so you can change out the batteries, so I'm gonna try to retain that. Originally I was thinking maybe you should unscrew the bottom and just have this whole bottom section come out, but now I'm thinking I might just unscrew the top instead, because there's no switch to get in the way. Either way, I just gotta make sure nothing passes the area where you would unscrew it. Okay, future Dave here. To decorate this flashlight, first I'm going to take some sandpaper and just sand it down a bit because I think it's clear coated and I want glue to actually stick to this. Alright, next I'm going to wrap the body in some craft foam. So one, to give it a better look, and two, because I want the middle to be about the same width as the outside bulges. And then I'm gonna get my sleeve caught in the way of the lens. Wow, great job, Past Dave. But after that, we can paint it blue. Alright, so now that we've got this middle part all nice and blue, we're gonna work on the two ends of this, which are gold. Alright, these strips are back inside now, and now we can wrap them around the base. Alright, now that these awesome craft foam rings are done, there are still just a few more details to finish up on the main body, and those are just some silver things like the switch, which I think I'm probably just going to make out of some foam so that it'll all compress when I go to press the button, and then some weird little claw-like pieces, which I think I'm going to make out of some more 2mm craft foam. So while those final details are drying up outside, we can work on the final step, and that is the lights and the acrylic tubes. So all I'm going to need is this top part here with the light unit. Remember, this is how we're going to be able to unscrew it and change the batteries when we need to. So the whole light thing is going to be built on top of this. First things first, we got to fix this problem where it's, flopping out. So I'm not going to actually glue this in. I'm just going to put a layer of transparency in front of it so that it'll still shine the light through, but it won't come all the way out. And I'm going to kill two birds with one stone and use the blue transparency. So even though the acrylic rods are kind of semi-light blue, it's just not blue enough for me. And this light, of course, is not blue. So we have this visor here. You really could use anything. You could even use some painter's tape. That works as well. But I'm going to cut just a circle or two out of this and attach it to the front. Alright, now that our light is nice and blue, it's also a little dimmer, which was good because the flashlight was super bright. Now we can cut down our acrylic tubes and make the final detail. So there should be 5 tubes, not nearly as long as this, so I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 of these can be used. So 4 are all one length, and then 1 is just a little bit longer. I'm gonna kind of base mine around the measurements of a hot glue stick for this size. I'm gonna use my scroll saw, and remember, safety first. Make sure to be cautious when you're doing this. I tried to go pretty slow so that I could avoid cracking the acrylic tubes. That's why I bought 5 of them, because I assumed I was gonna mess up. I kind of did on my first one, but they actually turned out pretty good. Alright, now that our 5 tubes are back inside, we can sand them down and then maybe glue them on. Alright, so I'm gluing them on now, and basically it's just the central rod in the middle, and then the 4 of them just connect at the other 4 angles. Angles? Okay, now that we've got this 5-rod missile thing done, there are a few blue details on here, and I think I'm just going to do that out of some blue duct tape. Alright, now that I finished up this tube and tape thing, which I just realized making this kind of looks like a mini police box, we can glue this onto this, which screws into this, which glues onto this, and then we're done. Alright, and that is it for this build. It turned out so awesome, and here, I'm gonna address it before the comments say it, so hopefully you didn't already comment that. Yeah, you didn't comment that. Yes, I know, it's too big. It's actually, I think, taller than my lightsaber here, so yeah, it's not accurate, like, at all. But whatever, guys, it was a ton of fun to make, and I had a great time. It actually lights up, so I'm really happy with it. Yeah, so make sure to hit that like button and share it with your friends. I might not be able to make an episode next week. I'm gonna be on vacation, but I will see you all soon. I gotta get back to the TARDIS.